Hey, how's it going, guys? Batman Comic 87 here, and I'm coming to you guys with a long-awaited haul, guys. Really happy to bring you this book today. Without further ado, this is my copy of Amazing Fantasy 15, and it's a 1.5 CBCS graded. Not just CGC, guys, but that wasn't really a huge deal for me. Um, I'm perfectly fine with it not being CGC as long as it's not like PGX or something like that. Especially for like a book like this, I wouldn't really take the chance. But yeah, guys, really psyched to have this book. I will talk about how I came across the book and how it came into be my possession in just a moment. But I just want to show you guys the book a little bit. Or we'll just talk about it. I guess you guys can already see it. But yeah, guys, like I said, this is a 1.5. And when I was out looking for a AF-15, because this is my goal, I guess now, guys, it'd be almost a year ago that I started actually like trying to get an Amazing Fantasy 15, and actually saving all my money, doing all that stuff. I can talk about that in a little bit, guys, about how I came up with the money to possibly afford an Amazing Fantasy 15, or what are the things I did to be able to afford this book. Because I'm not like a millionaire, guys. I wish I was. I'm not, though. It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress, but not at the moment. But yeah, guys, some of the prerequisites I had for the book when I was searching was that the staples all had to be there. Like the cover had to be attached to staples. No missing pages, no restoration, anything like that. So yeah, guys, this 1.5, the cover is attached. The staples are there firmly. It's a really nice looking book, and I'm totally happy with the look of the book. One thing ECA Nick always stresses is to, even if it's a low grade, try to find a presentable copy. And I feel like as far as presentability wise, this copy does an excellent job, guys. It's a really nice looking 1.5. And I'm super psyched to have it in my collection, guys. I can't fathom even. I look at this book every day since I got it. I've looked at it every single day, guys. I pull it out and I just can't believe I own something like this. If you had told me 7 years ago, or 8 years ago, when I first started collecting, that I would have an Amazing Fantasy 15, I would not believe you. I actually saw an Amazing Fantasy 15 when I was younger, like 6 or 7 years ago, and it was a lot cheaper then. But I remember that was the closest I ever came, was at a store, and it was like behind glass that I ever saw this book, and now I own that copy. I don't know if my copy is worse. It was a pretty beaten up AF-15 they had at the store, but it was a nice looking copy, guys, from what I remember. But I'm just gonna take a drink, guys, because it could be a little bit of a long one, because I do not want to skip over anything when I talk about this book. It's super presentable, guys. Um, Sorry about that. Yeah, my mouth never gets dry, but as soon as I go to shoot a video, it's like, I don't know why. As soon as that happens, my mouth goes completely dry, and I always need a nice drink next to me. But yeah, guys, anyway, moving on. About a year ago, I decided to try to look for a book, and, try to look for a copy of this book. And I started on the eBay and stuff like that, and trying to see on forums or anything if any trusted people were selling them, kind of thing. And when I was looking on eBay, guys, people wanted for. I had a really tough time even trying to get people to like respond really to any emails I sent or any messages or anything like that. Just asking like questions on the book. Like I don't know why it took so long to get back to me. But I was messaging some people and then just trying to run some numbers and figuring out what I wanted to pay for, But a lot of the people on eBay ask like pretty ridiculous prices on their copies. Like they could have like a 2.0 and they want like 35 grand for it. And like that's kind of unrealistic. In my opinion, I mean maybe there's people out there paying it, but I'm not one of those people, guys. Yeah, so I did find a book. I found a copy, and I messaged the guy, and I said, well, like, I don't have the money right now, but I'm like, I have most of the money. I can send you all, like, 80% of it right now. I'm like, just give me, like, a month to get the rest of it. Um, and I could even put it, like, non-refundable deposit down as well, so that way, like, but most of the book would have been paid off. And I said exactly how much I was looking to pay, like, how much I was offering. I was like, this is how much I could pay right now, kind of thing. And I was like, it'd be like less than a month on the rest of the money if you're okay with doing that and kind of thing. And he was like, yeah, I gotta talk to my partner. And it was the weirdest thing, guy, because I was like, yeah, talk to your partner, do what you gotta do. He comes back to me and he's like, yeah, we'd be willing to do that, we don't mind that it takes like a month or whatever for the rest of the money. And then he goes, how much are you trying to pay? And I was kind of confused, guys, because in like the message I stated, like, this is how much I'm trying to pay for the book, this is how much I pay right now, and stuff. And then he shot me back with an email that's like, honestly, guys, was like twice what I offered. And I think my offer was overpaying, in my opinion, at the time. But because I was trying to offer more because I was taking a month or whatever, and I felt bad about that. But yeah, he wanted like twice as much, so I was like, yeah, like that's not happening, and whatnot. And one thing, guys, I kind of tried to. I've actually really branched away from eBay, and a lot of my buys have been on Instagram, and that's actually how I came across this book, guys. There was somebody who was trying to auction off this copy, and I messaged him, and I was like, hey. And his auction wasn't like selling too well. Like a lot of the spots weren't filled, that kind of thing. And I was like, hey, like, what are you trying to do with that book? Like, if it doesn't end up like getting auctioned, like if nobody, buys all the spots, I was like, is it probably gonna end up being sold? And he's like, yeah, like that's probably what's gonna happen if it doesn't go for auction. It'll probably just go up for sale. And so I said, I'm like, hey, like if it doesn't end up working for you, I'm like, I can give you a large down payment right now, like I offered the other person. And I was like, I'll have the money for you in like a month or so, for you. And at first he was like, yeah. He's like, let's do that. He's like, just put down or he wanted like a $400 down payment or something like that. Something weird. Cause I said I would take like, it would take like just like a week or something for me to send the 80% of it. And he was like, yeah, just throw down like I offered to put down a $500 deposit, and he was okay with that at first too. But then he messaged me back and he's like, you know what? I'm not gonna like promise you anything. He's like, I'm gonna leave the book up for auction. And if it does end up going for auction, it'll go for raffle. Sorry, if it does go for raffle, he's like, I'm gonna raffle it. But if it doesn't go for raffle, like the book's yours, kind of thing. And I was like, okay, cool. So yeah, like we agreed on that. And then he messaged me 2 weeks later or something like that, and he's like, hey, just so you know, I have someone who's interested in the book, and basically they're willing to, like, they're trying to get the book, but they're gonna do mostly trade. And he's like, you're mostly paying cash, so I'd rather have the cash, and you were here first, so I'm giving you the option, like, to make sure that you really, really want the book and you're gonna buy it. And I was like, yeah, like 100%, I want that book. Like, I'll pay the price we agreed, 100%. Like, I'm 100% down. And thank God he was like, yeah, the book's still yours. So when the time came, I had a really hard time paying him, guys. I don't know, PayPal was being weird when I tried to pay him, and it was really freaking me out because I was just afraid that he was gonna, like, I don't know, get frustrated or something and just go, you know what, never mind. Because PayPal was being really weird. I was on the phone with them a lot, and they were doing stuff to my account. It was a long story, but yeah, guys. And yeah, he said the cover's fully attached, all that stuff. And if you, I can do a close up near the end, but if you look at the book, all the staples are firmly there, and it's just like a really presentable copy, guys. Like I said, I look at this every day. I can't even believe I own this, guys. For a long time, before I got this book and I was trying to find like the right person to buy off of, I would watch ETA Nick, Reaper Tate, and then just talk about, like, Reaper Tate would talk about his copy all the time, and he just had like a really sweet 2.0, and I was really, really jealous of that. Really, really jealous. I think I watched the comic book haul video where he got that book like 10 times, and especially like right before I got that copy, which was a crazy day, guys. I didn't even expect to get it on the day. I would have had to wait like another 2 weeks or something, if I didn't get it that day, and it was a really big, long, but you know what? It adds a lot of character to the story of getting this book, and everything. I'm just super happy to have that. It's definitely the crown jewel of my collection, guys. And it took a long time to save, guys. Long time. I was working overtime at my job like every single week. I was picking up shifts. I was really, really trying to save, and like I cut out mostly comic book hauls, guys. That's why you notice my content comes out every like 2 or 3 weeks now. And a lot of the hauls that I have shot were shot months in advance, so even like it gave myself a little bit of time to put out like videos while I was saving for this, because like all guys, I cut a lot of my pull list. Like I only get like 1 or 2 books now off of my pull list, and I had like 10 before, which one of them was Immortal Hulk, and that's really big now, and I kind of stopped that. So really sad about that. That's really taken off. But I got the first like 4 issues or something, which is like 2 and 3 are like the big ones, or I don't know so far. But yeah, it's not about that. But yeah, I was doing a lot of shifts, guys. I was saving. I sold I sold a good amount of books. Got rid of my Daredevil 1. I got rid of that so that way I could fund the AF-15, because I believe like this is one of the only times I'll be able to actually get an Amazing Fantasy 15, and I can definitely get Daredevil #1 later on down the line. It's not as hard of a book to get. But yeah, guys, that's basically it for this video. I saved for a long time as well. I didn't just save for this in like a month or so. Like I worked and I saved. I stopped. I cut out fast food, spending a lot of money on fast food, guys. Cut that out. Basically, where I could save money, I saved money. And I did a lot of extra stuff on the side just to make a little extra money. Just so you know, I can afford the book, because the main job wasn't paying when I needed it to. But yeah, guys, it's ETA Nick talks about that in like his older podcasts and stuff. Sorry, guys, my throat's really today. But yeah, he talks about that. I think it was Luther Manning who mentioned that. Like, if you need to go get a second job, all that stuff to afford the books that you want, in the end, guys, it's totally worth it. When I wake up and I see that book, if I'm having a bad day, I come home, I look at that book, and I'm just, I can't believe that I'm holding that kind of history, that grail in my hand. And yeah, guys, it's just crazy, and I'm really happy I got to show you guys, because I had someone ask in my previous video when I was going to be showing this book, because I have had it for like a month or so at this point, so or maybe actually a little longer than that now. But yeah, I look at it every day, guys. It's a great book. I'm super happy to have it. It'll probably be in my top pickups list and future lists. This won't be the last time you'll be seeing it. I'm gonna be like Reaper Tate and totally show that book off a good amount in my videos. So yeah, guys, super pumped about this, super happy to have it, and look forward to some future books or some future videos, because I got a lot of really good books coming. I bought another really big key, guys, which you'll see either in the next video or the next video, because I do got a couple books I gotta show in the next video. But that's gonna do it for this one, guys. I'm super pumped to show you this. You guys have a great day. Thank you.